The Xbox and Kojima deal looks like it is very close to being finalized. So we've been hearing a lot of rumors surrounding the next Hideo Kojima game, where it is going to come out, what platform is it going to land on. We know he was previously working on a game with Stadia, but that got disbanded, and now he's pretty much a free agent looking to release his next game. Now there's been tons of rumors going around, so we started off with like the blue box game stuff, which everyone thought that that was just a front and that his next game was going to be that abandoned game coming out exclusively for PlayStation. And we previously to that heard about the potential talks between Xbox and Kojima, and that his next game was going to come out on the Xbox ecosystem. And it looks like that one has a lot more validity to it compared to a lot of the other stuff that we have been hearing, as it seems like that deal between Xbox and Kojima is pretty much done. They're just trying to work out the details. So this comes via Jeff Grubb, who has weighed in on this actually a couple of times, and he has really stayed confident that this is actually going to happen and that a deal is in place. We know that just the other day they hired Kim Swift, who previously was working with Google Stadia and now is coming into Xbox to oversee cloud collaborations with independent studios, and people are pointing that is going to be a lot to do with this upcoming Kojima game, because I think he really does want to use a cloud technology for his next game, and who knows why. Maybe it's so big that he really needs all of that power. But here is what Jeff Grubb says. He says, Kim Swift, who's worked on Portal and Left 4 Dead, and she's been at Google Stadia working as like their chief creative person. She's coming in specifically to work with Kojima on his game. Didn't say Kojima, it said in the story it's about working with independent developers, but it's Kojima. It's close to being signed. It's at a point where I think it's not going to not get signed. They're just figuring out the details basically, and I'll have more to say about that soon. So that is extremely interesting. That's exciting if you're somebody who is a fan of Kojima and his works, because I mean, if he does create a game exclusively for the Xbox ecosystem, that is a huge thing for Xbox and for their fan base of people who like his style of games, especially if you're somebody in the Japanese market who is looking to jump onto Xbox, but you want that big reason to get over there. And I think if Kojima is to release a game exclusively for the Xbox ecosystem, that will be a big pull, especially if you're going to be able to play it on the go on a mobile device. Now, me personally, I'm not the biggest Kojima fan in the world, so I don't really care that much about this. I'm not that overly excited as to whether it's going to happen at all. I've said this in many videos before. I like the Metal Gear Solid series. I absolutely hated Death Stranding. It's one of my least favorite games that I've ever played. So in that sense, I'm hoping that his next game is something completely different and more along the lines of Metal Gear Solid, less along the lines of Death Stranding, but we will obviously have to wait and see. But all in all, for the video game industry, this would be a huge thing for Xbox to create a deal with. And I mean, I think that this is going to happen, especially if he really wants to use that cloud-based technology. xCloud is going to be that premier cloud-based gaming service going forward, and what better place to do it with than jumping onto that service right now, as they're starting to improve it, as they're starting to get the Xbox Series X consoles within the servers. But obviously, with all rumors, take it with a grain of salt, but this one seems like it has a lot more meat on its bone than other ones we've seen in the past. Anyways, guys, that's it for me. Let me know what you think about this in the comments below. Would you be excited for an exclusive Kojima game coming out on the Xbox ecosystem? And what type of Kojima game would you like to see? If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that thumbs up button. If you're new here, you like what you see throughout this video, I'd really appreciate you hitting that subscribe button to help this channel grow, help grow this community so we can have great conversations in the comments below. Thank you again for watching. Thank you for your support. Go Habs go, and I'll catch you in the next video.